Hey, boys and girls. Live with the weather report. I hear some noise, and it is March 22nd, 2021. It is my twin son's 40th birthday today.
That is awesome. Congratulations for making it to 40 twin sons of speed.
I know, and I kept them alive until now, and now my job's done. So, anyway.
That's right. Now they can start taking care of you.
I don't care if the coyotes get them now. I did my job.
Or the raccoons.
Or the raccoons. I had a raccoon break into the fence last night. The one that high-fives me. I don't know how he got in, but he didn't know how he got in because he didn't know how to get back out. So I went out there and I gave him a stern talking to, and I said, "What do you got to say for yourself? What are you going to do now?" And I took a cue from Darth Dawkins. I kind of like Darth Dawkins interrogated him on why he was in my fence. Yeah.
Did he tell you anything?
Huh?
Did he tell you anything?
No, I think he said I was over talking him.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
Not going to put up with that.
Yep. So we had the Myths Behe thing, which unfortunately I missed because I was busy, so I haven't caught up to it. But they're having an after show on Sal Cordova's channel now. And I want to say that Sal Cordova is a coward and he can't back his shit up against me, so he blocked me. What a coward. God, he can't back his shit up. I mean, he's got a lot of shit that I would like to discuss with him. He doesn't like getting his butt whooped. So he blocks me and lets a lot of other people over there. Because I know how to whoop Sal's butt. So
yeah, he's just, I don't know. His approach to things is just odd.
Yeah. Hey,
he was in there. The first thing he said was something about because there was that little fish symbol with its mouth open with legs. He said that Dan was desecrating a Christian symbol.
Yeah.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm good. But that fish, where did that fish sign come from? And I mean, I thought Christians were supposed to have idols and symbols.
Well, it's it's called an ichthus. Ichthus is the Greek word for fish. Each letter it forms an acrostic because each letter can be made to stand for Jesus Christ, God's Son, Savior. And so, according to legend, they would use the ichthus to identify themselves during times of persecution as Christians. The only thing is, other pagan religions at the time would use the fish as well. So I guess it depends on what the pagan religions in your community were doing. Otherwise, you couldn't tell if they were Christian or pagan. But it's not really, I don't think, used by any churches today as a symbol for Christianity. It was more of a pop culture thing starting in the 70s, so people could have bumper stickers and little decorations on the back of their car to virtue signal.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. But like when I first started seeing it, I'm like, I always thought it was like because didn't Jesus go get some fish or something, or he was out fishing with some dudes? He was fishing with some dudes, right? And he
actually shows his anti-capitalism there. He comes along and says, "Hey, why don't you come with me?" And all these people just quit fishing, thus quit providing input for the economy, thus endangering the economy. So he's at all not a Republican. So, but anyway,
didn't they like smoke some doob and then he got out of the boat and they thought he walked to the shore?
Yeah, there is a story about Jesus walking on water. But,
okay, They were like fishing, right?
I don't. Yeah, I guess they were out fishing. Why else would they be in a boat?
Right.
And then anyway, yeah, loaves, the loaves and the fishes. Those miracles. But anyway, I doubt it's really desecrating a sacred symbol, because it's not particularly a sacred symbol per se. It was just a secret code.
But can I just say the Christians really have a victim mentality, or at least some of them.
I've noticed a lot of that with Sal. Sal loves to turn on that victim button, push that victim button.
Speed, what the Speed?
Complex.
Speed, what the fuck did you do to this man? You hurt him so bad. He has to play the victim.
You did, man.
What did you do?
Well, I kicked his ass really bad on the fitness thing, and
well, I think you should apologize to the poor man, so you can finally move on and rebuild.
I apologize, Sal, for trying to teach you something.
There you go, Sal. You can stop being a little bitch.
Sound, another sincere apology from Speeder Sound.
Yeah, you can stop being a little bitch now, Sal.
My apologies. My apologies are so spot on. I may have to leave early today, guys. And I don't know. So, I mean, and that may happen suddenly, and it has to do with my sons. So,
okay. Now, are you leaving the stream on, or?
Well, if I leave the stream on, it's going to keep running unless a mutable shows up to shut it off. Or. So. And he never does. He has never done that once when I requested.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were serious.
Yeah. No, he has never done it once. So. I've asked him over and over to do that, and I've always had to get up and shut it off myself. Speed's got to do everything by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's me.
Well, I mean, I'm not going anywhere for the next 5 hours.
Did anybody notice that I put up that Darth Dawkins clip as a premiere this morning at 9 o'clock?
I did. I was there for it. I upvoted it and everything.
Not too
Speaking
many
of which, get off your ass and upvote this particular video right here, since everybody's off at Evidence and Reasons after show channel.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all watching that shit. Yeah, that's another reason why we should probably, not keep this going too long today. I don't know how long they're going to go there, but
I don't know. But
I didn't realize
view count's going way up, we know where they're at.
Spring is finally here.
Yep, it is. It's warm out. It's pretty nice. Snow's all gone. Cats are outside, sunning themselves. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Low 60s here.
You're going to have a lot of baby raccoons running around?
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I've been trying to wean them or cut them back a little bit on food.
They just get grumpy when you do that. They control you now.
Somebody was telling me yesterday that they were reading that if you feed raccoons dog food, that it's not good for them, that it's not nutritious. And my thought was, well, then they'll die.
Well, that's kind of mean. Why would you want to kill cute raccoons?
Well, they're not dying midnight. Like any of those things, those little research things they come out with that something isn't nutritious for some animal. Like chocolate with dogs and crap like that. It's mostly just a lot of hype and bullshit. Granted, 1 pound of chocolate is not good for a dog, but giving them a candy is gonna fucking kill them. Yeah.
So tell me the truth, Speed. How much do you really love your raccoons?
None at all.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have you know, hopefully it won't upset you, but I was actually a raccoon hunter for a good part of my younger years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You do realize
that was a sport, it was basically a sport.
I know. You do realize how intelligent they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My father did it, he was a big raccoon hunter, and that was kind of like his sport, and I did do it for quite a while, but I gave it up. once I started raising my own family and all that, I kind of really didn't. I didn't really get into it.
Manny,
Yeah.
where have you been?
Many.
Me? Round?
Where you
Well,
been?
around.
I've been around?
Around is not good enough. You need to be here.
Well, I'm here now.
You been,
What time is it?
What?
What?
Steve, what time is it?
It's
What?
3:15.
It is
Oh,
2:15.
3:12.
It's 2:15 Central Time. So you're about
Have
30
you moved
minutes.
into like daylight savings time or something?
Oh yeah, we did.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
Which is why you got the wrong hour.
yeah, we're live anyway. Just so you know,
Hi
we're live.
guys. Hi all.
Yeah.
Why are you leaving?
So
Did
where have you
say
been,
bye?
Manny?
Life. Long story. Not happy. Moving on.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
I wanted to hear your story privately. That's why you were supposed to. I didn't realize you guys didn't like jump time zones with us or hours with us.
I think we're changing time zones this weekend. I think
Okay.
we're
Shit.
moving to +3.
But if you reach out to me at a time, well, how the hell could we do that? Do you have my phone number?
Yeah, it's okay.
You can't call me. But anyway, I kind of want to talk to you and find out what you've been up to and how
Okay,
things.
but you were having a conversation and I feel like I'm interrupting. So
I don't know if we were having a raccoon conversation.
Yeah,
one of those.
raccoons.
Yeah, nothing important.
I mean, raccoons are
Amazing how nothing
important.
changes.
Well, I mean, raccoons are important to speed. So,
Well, I grew up with the deer hunting, butchering, killing Tweety birds, shooting, anything that moved, sort of mentality. And fathers where I live kind of encourage that sort of thing. And now I can't do it anymore. So
That's funny. I'm the same way.
I'm still hung on Darth and Leo's conversation.
yeah,
And I have to say, I was so offended when Darth called him an immature male.
Yep.
Because, like, how dare you gender Leo that way? You don't know if he's male.
That's a good one.
I mean,
What-
I
that
would.
is-
I love you.
I mean, okay, I can't really speak for Leo, even though I'm about to, I guess. But I guess he would say he's a male, unless he wants to speak. He wants to come on and speak for himself.
Well, it's fine if Leo says it, but how dare Darth do it?
I
That
know.
was terrible person, that Dawkins creature.
Well, I
Terrible.
mean, see, here's the thing about Darth Dawkins. He thinks he's really hot shit. He thinks he's God's gift to the world. He is like the most intelligent philosopher there is. We're no match for his presuppositional script. You know what I mean? He thinks he's, I don't know. He just thinks he's hot shit when he's nothing.
Yeah.
He also, just listening to what he said last night, he doesn't care what any philosopher says. He doesn't care about what are the common definitions of things. He doesn't care about anything. All he cares about is saying how smart he is and how dumb or immature or whatever is any other human being. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, I had so
And-
much fun meeting him. That was like a lifelong. That was my lifelong dream. Even when I was a little boy, I wanted to meet Darth Dawkins.
Why the fuck did you want to be the boogeyman?
Every time I've ever listened to that fuck talk, I wanted to have a mute button, right? And last night I had it, and I had him on my channel, and I had the mute button, and I had a hell of a good time.
Oh wait, that was last night.
Well, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I've had it. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
MK,
Well,
moderation. MK,
warning,
do some
last
moderation.
warning.
I need a mod.
You know how you have these guys that go like, hold me.
Yeah.
That's Darth.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave. I'm just about to leave. I'm leaving now. Now.
Yeah,
Now.
no, really leaving.
Just get up and go.
Yep.
No,
Get
but I
up and go
will.
now. Get up and go now. Get up and go.
Uh,
By the way,
I think more like along the lines of hit the road, Darth, and don't you come back no more, no more. There's something like that.
God damn it! Why? I really wish I knew what the fuck was wrong with him. Like, why he is the way he is. You know what I mean? Let's see, what do they call it? Like a psychological study on Darth alone could probably fill 5 volumes.
Yeah, but that's not on him. See, the problem is he has to deal with us. That's the problem.
Yeah, right. Us mere mortals, right?
Yeah, he's a wonderful person. It's us immature males and lying atheists that bring out this side of poor Darth.
Wait, okay. What is an immature male? Somebody doesn't have any muscles, because I don't think Leo has any muscles. That's not really anything against him, but it's like immature males. What? If any,
I don't know.
God damn it.
Leo's gonna be pissed. Hear you say that. I've seen him flexing on. He gets
Leo's
on
pretty
camera,
honest.
flexing, and I got muscles.
I mean, he can be pissed if he wants. He can come in here and like I'm joking with him, so it's not like I'm serious. You know.
All I can think of that if Leo and others fall under the definition of immature, then Darth falls under overripe and starting to rot. But whatever.
that's like, what the fuck? Sorry, my headset seems to pop in and out for some reason.
So
I apologize in advance. I'll be going to work in like 10-15 minutes, so I'm not staying for long.
Yep.
Hey, Manny, I missed you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. And I've missed you all. For real, I've missed this channel, and I've been trying to follow on the videos, and you haven't. You open the intro thing, and wow.
Yeah. Like,
so cool.
What did you think? What did you think of the interaction between Speed and Danny, and like, what did you think of the addition of Danny? Because I know you talked to him before, but
Danny. Look, Danny's a good guy. When you get down to it, he's a good guy. He just has these Danny things. I mean, he and I had this really, really interesting conversation about his definition of natural and unnatural way back when. And it was a good conversation. He has this tendency to argue. And he apparently backstabbed Darth, whatever that means. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that
I don't know. Darth
time
just
ago.
accuses people of things. I know he kept accusing T-Jump of being slick. You're a slick dude. You're slick. You're slimy.
I mean, sure.
Danny secretly recorded him in a conversation, I think, and
Nice.
It must have been, I haven't seen it. I don't know what the video is, but I know that's what happened. They had some interactions, and then I think they had a debate or whatever it was. He secretly recorded Darth, and whatever that video contained was bad, made Darth look bad. So, and then of course Danny posted it. So that's what it was. That's what it was all about. And Darth said,
on his channel?
But I don't know. I think it was a while. This was a while ago. Could have been 6 months ago. But that's basically what it was. That's what he's calling backstabbing. He, recorded something and it made Darth look bad. But I don't know why he gets. You guys must know. There's 1,000 videos of Darth doing that online. There's so many of them. What the hell makes that so bad? So it must have been something really bad. I don't know what it was, what it consists of. So, but that's what it was.
My absolute favorite, which I recommend again and again, is Darth's debate with Shannon Q,
Oh yeah,
which is like pure gold.
Yeah, she really got to him.
Did you see that one, Speed?
Yeah, I did. I did. That was my favorite. Yeah.
She just couldn't stop laughing.
I know. He kept trying to script her, and she just manipulated him back so well, and it really pissed him off. Did he rage quit that, or did he stick around for the whole thing?
No, he stuck around, but he kept telling her that she lost, that she made a farce of herself.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, when you have to keep keep repeating what should be obvious,
right?
Then maybe it's not that obvious, not even to you, and you're just trying to convince yourself and everyone else.
Yep.
Which one is my favorite is the Australian guy, what's his name? The Pasture Atheist or Atheist Pasture. Have you guys ever seen that one?
No.
The video that's to me that's the best one. He nailed Darth. Yeah, you guys have to look that up. It's probably on multiple different channels, YouTube channels, but that one is it's on the Atheist Pastor, I think that's his name. He's from Australia. He does Six Pack Wednesday night. I know it's on his channel. And then have you guys ever heard of the Neverland? Is it Neverland Tavern? It's called. That's another guy. They're friends. Those guys.
I found a video under the name Nevermore Tavern. It says Atheist Pastor beats down Darth Dawkins with his own argument.
Watch that one. That one's fantastic.
You got a link for that one?
I think that's the best one.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, somebody find the channel or whatever and put it out in chat.
I will put it out in chat.
I was doing a whole bunch of things. I'm trying to find the actual paper that goes with the picture that I had as an illustration today. Well, I was hoping CRISPR would come in and explain me some stuff, but
he's probably over there at Sal's.
He might be working.
Oh my! Brainbug is in the dentist chair. I hope it doesn't end like a Kent Hovind story for him.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
that one where Kent beat up his kids.
Yeah, getting beaten. Yeah.
And being proud of it, which is insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
So I hope no one is beating up Brainbug.
Well, was it Maddox and the crew the other night? They were talking about how kids didn't get their asses whooped enough, and fathers didn't, beat their kids, and that's the main problem. That's the main reason for Antifa, and that's why we have riots, all that stuff. And we wouldn't have riots. It's just like they made a real strong case that you got to spank those kids, man. You got to whoop their ass.
Don't even tell them what you're doing. Just start beating them.
Yeah, just
beat them when they're asleep.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did catch a little of that.
I saw this Reddit thing today where some guy said, my daughter said hell, and I took away her phone for 2 weeks. And what do you think of that, or something like that? And somebody advised him. He said, great parenting but here's what you should do now. Number 1, apologize to your daughter for overreacting. Number 2, give her phone back. That was ridiculous. And then at the very end of it, it says, now congratulate yourself for being a great parent. After he went through all these steps. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So I will point out that studies have been done on various ways of educating, or in this case, punishing your children.
Yeah.
And it turns out that physical punishment, or corporal, whatever you want to call it, isn't necessarily a bad idea,
Yeah.
but it isn't a necessity in modern society usually. It does become more necessary when you live, like, say, in a poverty stricken area where there's immediate danger, like life threatening situations. You can get in like gang violence or find a needle, or maybe buildings that are about to collapse and you're trying to play inside. And if you live in that situation, then sometimes physical punishment, which entails like obedience, might actually prolong a child's life.
Yeah, it might actually turn him into a violent person too, though. Because
But yes, that there is some truth to that, but
that
it
will help
might
him
also
survive.
keep them alive.
Yeah, that'll help him survive.
So
But
yeah,
the thing is, I watch my raccoons, and they do it to their young. But what they do is they get really angry, and they run up to them, and they snap at them, and they don't actually bite them, and the little ones run away. And when the little ones try to come to me, the mother will snap at them and push them away. But it's done out of anger. It's a display of anger. And so there's a difference between the kind of thing where your kids, does something really dangerous and you get scared and mad and you give them a little slap on the butt, right? That's one thing. That's what she does, right? A little slap on the butt. Now there's a difference between that and a ritualized spanking where you make the child go cut his own switch and you sit there like I really love you, but I'm going to beat you anyway. There's something really sick about that. And that is something that came out of culture. That's not a natural thing to do to a child. A natural thing to do to a child is give him a little slap on the butt. That is a natural thing. And I had, no problem with that. And sometimes when you're at, you're up to your ass in alligators, a little slap on the butt and it gets their attention, right? But you don't have to fucking hurt them or beat them, It's like, it just gets their attention. That's all you need to do. Or a good sharp command, if you use your daddy voice and that never hurts a kid because but it's got to be done. If you don't do it out of anger, it becomes more, you've seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Nurse Ratched, where she,
actually, I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you got to see it. Where she lovingly looks at him while she's basically, giving him a lobotomy or shock treatment or whatever. I mean, that kind of horrible institutionalized punishment is just abhorrent to me. And I think we really ought to take a look at that. And anybody that does that, I think ought to take a look at their motivation. If you think you're doing something good to your kid, you're not. You're really not.
I don't know if you can buy it in the States, but I know that in the UK, you can purchase like a paddle with scripture inscribed on it, so that when you beat your children, it will be according to scripture.
Yeah, that is the sickness of Western civilization and Christianity. Yeah. That another reason why I'm an anti-theist.
Yeah, and because you have the original Hebrew, you have spare the rod, spoil the child, right?
Yep.
The original is actually, if you spare the rod, you hate your child.
Yeah.
That's what the original Hebrew says.
Yep.
It doesn't say you're spoiling him. It says that if you don't, that means you hate him.
Well, in harsher times, something like that may have, but I mean, you don't got to beat the kid. Jesus Christ. If you have a good relationship with your kids, all it takes is for you to look at them and with disapproval, and they will respond to that. And I don't know.
Sorry.
They got to trust you first, right? If they trust you, they'll respect. I don't know. My dad never hit me. Well, he hit me twice. Once was impulsively like that when I was like 7. and once was 16 when he was drunk, and him and I were where I basically rebelled against his bullshit, and he punched me once. But I remember my dad never hit me, so I grew up not liking the hitting other people. As a result of that, I patterned after him. So
my dad did hit me. It wasn't abuse, but it was far from good parenting. And I gave one of my kids, it was like years ago, I slapped his hand, like the tiniest slap ever.
And you felt guilty?
And I feel guilty still today.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I've never, ever done that again.
Yeah.
And it was like I barely touched him.
Yeah.
And I still feel bad. So, on the other hand, I will give Maddox and his nut job friends one thing. Today we do have parents that try and shield their children in every possible way.
Oh yeah, shielding them is bad too. From like shielding them from every movie where there's anything going on that's real.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Like we didn't have any censorship for my sons when they were growing up, and they grew up with a good sense of humor, a really good sense of street smarts and staying safe, but we didn't shield them from shit. We talked to them after those rough movies, but shielding them from anything that has anything to do with reality is so fucking ridiculous. That I mean,
you have parents that like do their kids' schoolwork, so their children never ever fail at anything.
Yeah,
and they never have to actually deal with failing. And then when they grow up, they that's not good. That doesn't mean that Antifa exists.
because of that. Right. Yeah, that explains riots, Parenting explains riots. I mean, what a broad brush they're attaching to that whole thing that happened.
So I just want to know, is Maddox claiming that the storming of the Pentagon is also because of children not being beat up enough? I
think probably he'd have to say that was true too, right? I don't know. Uh-huh. Yeah, Fox News famously made a distinction between those two things. I think John Oliver, one of the others, or Colbert, displayed what they said about the rioters in both situations within 3 months apart, that sort of thing. By the way, we got a trial going on in Minneapolis for that George Floyd cop, and I haven't heard anything. I don't think we've had any riots. I think we had protests, but I don't think we have any riots. Anybody? Is my city burning? Is what I'm asking you guys from out there, because I don't watch the news.
I haven't heard of any burning, but I'm not really good with the news either. That's the one thing that streaming has done, is I can't just turn on my TV anymore and get up-to-date news. I mean, I could, but I'd have to click here, click there, click, and then there's YouTube.
Yeah.
So
peaceful protesters marched in Minneapolis. That's all we got is peaceful protesters.
That's so boring.
Well, in fact, other than we had those 2 nights in Minneapolis right after George Floyd got killed, and where the building burning happened, they burned down Uptown basically, and I think they actually arrested people from some group that were just trying to incite riots that were involved in that. And there's always a fringe, right? And that was the beginning. But after that, Minneapolis settled down, and the rest of the world started on fire. And the riots continued everywhere else, but Minneapolis really handled it well. The governor and the mayor of Minneapolis, governor of Minnesota, they did such a good job of basically slowing that shit down. It was pretty good. I was impressed.
Hey guys, I'm gonna retire now because I do have to get to work.
Have fun working.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me. I have missed you guys, like for real. And
when
give my
you're
regards
going
to.
through tough times, maybe think of your friends and here out in the YouTube verse, and
Yeah, and ask us to talk
we
to
can
you.
work on it with you.
Okay, cool. I'll remember that. I'll remember you said that. And if Otangelo drops by, tell him I haven't missed him.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Manny.
We'll copy and paste an
Bye bye,
article.
guys.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye, Manny.
All right.
Well, it was good to have him stop by.
My son is driving himself. Okay, cool.
I have a
Leo
little subject.
Celius, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm just doing some reading on correcting some issues in OBS for my live stream today.
Hey,
I'm
Leo,
doing
did you get a? Oh, are you using OBS?
Right now, no. I can't use OBS on a Chrome OS because OBS doesn't have a Chrome OS system. But
So
at
Leo-
5 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a political live stream talking about the interaction that Blair White had with Lauren Witzke on that right-wing panel a couple weeks ago, and how she pretty much just let this woman beat the shit out of the fact that she's a trans woman, and all this stuff, despite the fact that Blair wants to be a right-winger. I'll get into that in the stream, but
Leo,
really quick, and if you don't want to don't feel obligated to, because I like I said, I don't know what goes into it, but I accidentally sent you the template for my introduction and not my actual introduction to put on the beginning of that video. Would you be willing if I send you the actual? Because if you notice, it has the website that it came from, so it's just a template and doesn't actually have my profile picture or my channel picture and name on it. If I were to send you that, would it be too much trouble to put that on it instead?
so you're sending me another MP4, basically,
Yes.
with the right
And
stuff.
like I said, don't feel obligated to do this because it's not a huge deal. But I when I was watching the MP4 that you sent me, I was like, oh shit, I sent him the template for my intro and not my actual intro.
Okay, yeah, I can do this. What's your billing address? No, Leo, it'll take me 5 minutes to do it. No
Okay,
problem.
so the thing is, I don't have the email. Let me see, because Peter Detuctor gonna go for it's the one that sent me. He's the one that created my intro using that template. I need to see if I can find.
If you could send me an
the one that you sent me.
MP4, I'll just because I premiered that this morning. Did you know that at 9 o'clock?
Yep.
17-minute clip. Okay, you can do it again, but I just pop out my intro and pop yours in. So
Okay.
it take about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well, it'll take a little longer to download, but maybe 5 minutes. But that's about it.
Okay. Let me just make sure that this is the right.
But I
Yeah.
got to focus.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and send that to you, and then because I'm probably gonna premiere that video tomorrow at like 5 or 6 p.m. something like that.
Yeah, we got like 220 views on last night, and then so far we've got I think 105 views on the one this morning. So we're at about 300 views. I don't know.
I checked because Tom did up, and I'm gonna send it to your Speed of Sound email.
Yeah, 101 views already on that 17-minute video. So plus last night we got like 200. So Christopher was right. Darth Dawkins. I noticed my viewer count went as soon as he came over. My viewer count went from 25 up to 45, and then the minute he left, it dropped down by 20.
Yep. That's the only reason people they use Darth for clout, which
he's got
that's about all he's useful for.
He's got a pack of hyenas that follow him around.
Exactly.
Those damn demonic hyenas.
No, he has angelic. He would have angelic hyenas.
I did check because Tom Rabbit got it uploaded today, and I checked just like 10 minutes ago the comments just to see how many of his acolytes were going to be trashing me. There really weren't any. But a lot of people said that they actually thought that I would definitely handled him better than a lot of other people do, because I introduced the nuance, and that Darth it completely throws him off the script.
And somebody said I get moderator of the month or day or something award for muting him as much as I did. So
I don't really think he did that bad as a moderator.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I do want to go ahead.
I enjoyed muting him so much.
I that. I do want to see an interaction between him and Immutable. I think that would be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, that wouldn't go as well.
I think it would go somewhat similar to how our interaction went.
Yeah, I think it won't last as long because I don't know. I think Darth will just push back so hard, and he'll just rage quit.
Well, you did 17 minutes in the ring with Darth. You know, let's see. We could time it right. You know, some people go like 4 minutes in the ring, and
Yep.
Like John Peterson only got, I think he was only about 6-8 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard from him lately? I haven't heard from him in probably 3 or 4 days at least.
I should reach out. I have not heard from him for about 4 or 5 days. Yeah.
I might message Rage and see if Rage has
You do know he kind of stepped away, right?
What's that?
You do know he stepped away, right?
I do know
From
that.
what?
Yeah, John.
What do you mean?
Social media, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of things going on in his life right now. He needs to take care of. He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
Sweet. I just wanted to make sure the guy was okay.
I'm going to ask him how he is.
So I wanted to bring up Andrew's conversation. I know you guys kind of talked about it, but you didn't really end up talking about it too much. Video, the conversation he had with what are we calling him now? Quantum John? Is that what we're calling him now?
Yeah.
Maddox in socks.
Yeah.
Or Quantum John. Yeah.
I like Quantum John. It pisses him off when I call him that.
Yeah.
Quantum John.
Andrew really didn't want to talk about that, right? Yes. When did you do the review? Yesterday, was that?
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't talk about it too much. I was listening to that, and I kept thinking, if I hadn't been so tired, I would have gone on that stream. But as soon as I get on, John Maddox hops off.
Yeah,
I'm like kryptonite for Maddox.
I was like, I wanted to jump through my computer.
Yeah,
I watched the whole thing, pretty much the whole thing, and what's his name? Neff stepped away. Because Maddox was being so condescending. I was furious. And we all know Andrew, nice kid. He was absolutely respectful to John the whole entire time.
And treated like shit.
Right. And John was just an absolute piece of shit. And I was ready to jump through my computer, but you couldn't get on. Neff had stepped away and had gone to the store. So the link was there, but you couldn't get on, and he was gone for a large portion of that. If you watch it, you see him leave, and he doesn't come. He's not on the stream, so nobody could get in. So it was kind of, you know what I mean? It was frozen, and I wanted to jump on and just stomp on him for the way he was talking to Andrew. It was just, it was awful.
I cannot wait for the day when I can have a discussion with Maddox on a channel that's not his own. Like, even if it's Otangelo's channel. Because I'm going to be honest, I do think Otangelo is more fair than a lot of other creationists in his moderation. He's more fair than John. He's more fair than Nephilim. He's more fair than Smokey ever was. I mean, he's not bad.
Otangelo has a lot of things to be said for him. Intellectual wizard or biologist, no. But a lot of other things about Otangelo. He remains consistently decent, in his.
I mean, he's consistently wrong, but at least he's consistent.
Yeah, he's consistent. Anyway, but as far as the rest of them, even Cell Cordova has turned into Slimy Cell, and he's blocked me on his site, and he won't engage, and
blocked you on it. His YouTube channel?
Yeah. Really? Well, his chat, I can't chat there, and he won't mention my name, and he's turned into Maddox as far as calls me he who can't be mentioned. Yep. Which is actually I actually have another account, he who can't be mentioned. So I should use that more often.
Oh yeah, I would love to have just a cordial discussion with Sal on some cosmology and relativity stuff.
Yeah,
because he's a neo-Lorentzian, so.
Well, I'd like to have a talk with him about tRNA and basically protein translation,
Mhm.
I would like
You
to have
know why Maddox does not want to talk to you, right, Speed? Because
he-
you don't understand just computer programming or just genetics. You understand both, and you understand both better than he does. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever noticed it, but in a discussion, John will start with the genetic stuff, and if he feels that somebody is versed enough in that to contend with what he's saying, he'll switch to talking about it from like this computer programming,
Yeah.
coding, thing like that.
Yep.
But if you're versed in that and in the genetics, he's trapped. He doesn't know where to go. And
Yeah.
so that's in my opinion, I think that's why he doesn't want to have a conversation with Speed.
Yeah, I had a sort of a pseudo debate with him on Stanley's channel, and he didn't know what to do with me. He had no idea what to do with me. The first book he opened up with, it turned out I had it open on my desk at the time, and to the page that he quoted from, it was fucking amazing.
That's what you call a little bit of serendipity.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. It's like, oh, glad you mentioned that guy.
It's like, yeah, I'm actually reading from the page that you're coding from right now.
That
Let me guess. It was quote mined, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Dennis Noble from his I forget what the name of his book is, but I'd just been reading it because he's into that bioinformatics and all that stuff and biosemiotics. And John mentioned biosemiotics on that stream, David. Like what is it, biosemiotics and information? Like he knows what biosemiotics is. It's like he knows how to say it, and that's about it. I don't think he's ever actually drew out a sign or thought about how it's used. Kind of forget what Obi like. Go ahead.
What's up? No, go ahead. Finish.
Oh, I get like a paper or two every day on biosemiotics, and I still can't figure out what they're doing of value with it. But they sure talk about it a lot.
Yeah. I still would pay money to see Maddox and Landon Kirtnell have a discussion, which Landon, knows enough about biology to, know that creationism is obviously false, but, he's not like a biologist or a geneticist, but he's he's a world-renowned computer scientist, literally helped develop the internet. So what I would love to see is how Maddox contends with that, given that Landon is actually legitimately a computer scientist.
So, David, do you have any clips or any part of that video that you want to go over?
Not really. The only thing, like I said, the only thing that really bothered me, he was just so condescending. We all know Andrew's a young kid, and he was just trying to have a respectful conversation with John, and and he wasn't really how Andrew is. He didn't really push back really hard at all, and John was just an absolute prick, talking. And what bothered me the most is Andrew's a young kid, and his John, an adult, talking to a kid like that. It's like, does that make you feel like a big man? To talk to a young kid like that, like I'd like to have a little conversation with John in a bar room and see how far that goes. Because I don't think John would walk out on his own power.
Did you see the part where John said to him, "Soon you're going to be a real man"?
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Yeah.
What a dick!
It was just absolutely awful. Because Andrew doesn't see, John's view of this, the ID argument or whatever you want to, it's just, his arguments are so bad that it's just a joke.
Yeah. I was going to try to get a transcript. That lasted for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to get a transcript of that. And if you're interested in doing a review of it, we could do that. Because what I would like to do is go through it and detail John's entire argument, right? If that's possible, because I never actually found an argument from that man.
Right, and that's extremely difficult to do because the crap that he says, like, you can't make heads or tails of it. Most of it, like you said, it's
the method with which he speaks. He's looking. I can't remember who said this, but they hit the nail on the head. That the reason Maddox talks the way that he does is because he's trying to word something in the most condescending manner possible.
Yeah. Yeah, and I noticed I was listening to it and I was hearing those phrases again that he always uses. And I really got to clip a bunch of those and write a little Python program to generate Maddox because I think it's possible. I don't think it'll take a whole lot of coding to do it. I think you can actually you can create a Maddox bot. And if we had that, we could use that for a lot of different things, I think.
The Madbot.
The Madbot.
Oh, no, I got a better one. Oxbot. Call it the Oxbot.
Oxbot. Okay.
Also, what I want to bring up, if you watch that video, at the end, Tony Maurice comes in.
Oh, I saw it
too. And he is the same way, but he only stayed in for a few minutes. And he's another one I'd love to get a hold of.
Why is Tony so angry?
I don't think that Tony is a real person. I really don't. I think that he's like some automated system because he's got like maybe 6 phrases that he says. I've never heard him say anything else.
Yeah, neither Maddox or Tony could pass the Turing test, to determine whether they're really conscious.
Yeah.
You could have a conversation with them and you could still come away thinking this could be a computer. This could be a robot.
I think Tony's one person that I think definitely has some mental problems. Because of, like you said, he only has a certain amount of phrases. He's like completely and utterly obsessed with abiogenesis. And if you watch him on side chats, he just repeats the same thing over and over. Yeah. In the conversation, nobody's even discussing abiogenesis on the stream itself or in the chat. And then and it's the same thing. It's just so obsessive with that. Yeah. And then this Dr. Tour, the same thing, James Tour. It's like he worships the guy.
Yeah. They always want to bring up argument from authority when you cite a consensus, but then all they do is ride their entire argument rides on James Tour.
Yeah.
So the guy like worships him. It's really scary how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you see my ACK thing from Mars Attacks? That's who James Tour reminds me of when he talks.
Yeah, I
thought it was Jack Webb, but then I put my finger on it, and it was that goddamn alien from Mars Attacks. Because James Tour sounds pretty angry too. I mean, but Tony sounds really angry when he talks. Like when he came on a Nephilim stream, he was just angry as shit. And what are you angry about? I mean, why does abiogenesis? Where did abiogenesis touch you on the doll? Because
exactly.
I don't get it.
That's what I think is they really have some issues. I mean, they just hate atheists. They despise atheists. Well, Tony more so than John. John, I don't think is really that bad. John he's just a prick. He's just a condescending prick.
He's
he doesn't seem to have that real hatred. I mean, somewhat, but Tony definitely.
He's in it for ulterior motives, I think.
Frank is just saying that,
we don't even have evidence that Dunning.
Christopher noticed something. John has 3,000 subscribers now or something, doesn't he?
No, yourself, but it's a
graduate.
No. Video playing
I think he's got like 1.5, maybe a little.
Yeah,
yeah,
1.8. Yeah,
he's got 1.3. But anyway, he had 25 viewers and I had 25 viewers, and I've only got 320 subscribers. So I've got a third the subscribers he does, yet I'm getting the same amount of viewers. Right. Yeah, what is that about? I don't know.
They think they all know he's an idiot. There you go. I mean,
it makes you wonder who's okay. Is this where Tony comes in? Is this Tony on the bottom here? That tiger thing?
No, I think it should be. It should have a T on it.
Okay.
Pretty sure I think it's really close to the end.
Okay.
Maybe a little.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's an A.
Yeah, he's not in there. It's pretty short. I don't think he's. I don't think it's real long. Maybe 15 minutes or something like that.
He comes in
and then he ends up leaving. He's like, "Oh, this is a waste of time," and he leaves.
Yeah, if he can't just sit there and talk about how
we lost you, Leo. Damn it! Why do we
just failed? And what?
Yeah, we're losing you, Leo. You were roboting.
You roboted a little bit.
Yeah.
You roboted a little bit.
Yeah.
You roboted a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay, but Leo,
weird.
it's your cue.
Hmm.
It isn't a stream until you bitched about StreamYard.
I mean, it's just primitive fucking technology. I mean, they've got so much potential. They just don't fix their problems.
He was in there till the end. I wonder what the hell they are using. I'd like to see what that might be a neat field to get into. Is creating some decent streaming software that combines the best of creating a website type.
I do have to take off,
but I mean, they do have a lot they're bringing in. I don't know if they're running everything through my computer. It sure is over their the famous hallway.
But anyways,
and
You do run
video.
yeah.
What's that?
I think Frank said he wanted to come back in because one of his thing connection's off or something. So
can you hear it?
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
The video is running. We can hear it.
Well, what did you tell me? Wait a minute, it's muted. What the hell?
It is now.
Oh, so StreamYard doesn't obey the mute button on the site. Jeez, I'm sorry. I didn't hear it. I'll have to make some adjustments here.
I did have a quick question, Speed. Is iMovie, does it have a terribly high learning curve, or is it fairly easy to get accustomed to?
It's really easy. There's one thing that's really important to learn, and that's Alt B or Command B on your Mac. And Command B will break the video into two segments, and then you move forward to the part you want to cut out, and you do another Command B. And then you move back and you click on that, and it'll put a little orange box around it, and then you hit the delete button, and you can clip something out. So if you know that one feature, you can do most editing with that. The learning curve is pretty easy, and I have cat hair all over my face.
At some point, maybe later this week, we should get together and have you run me through at least some of the basics of iMovie, so I can start doing some edited content. Because I want to do a series that it's going to be primarily edited content, but there might be some live streams in it, and I don't know how to edit it all.
Yeah, and there's another feature where you can break the audio track out from the video track, and you can drop in different video and stuff like that. And
people do like when they want to still be talking, but have something else showing, right?
How do you get cat hair off your face? What the? You think I'd know by now? Jesus.
Tell me about it.
Damn. Wokey, what the hell? My cats are shedding.
All you need to do, Speed, is to rub a raccoon on it.
The rubber raccoon. Oh, I've got one of those dust things, those dust rollers. I'll just run that on my face. Pull my mustache out. These are other problems. These are the problems that YouTubers run into every day.
Did you see Jefferson's congratulations to you, Speed and Leo?
Yes.
You've both been immortalized by Tom Rabbit. Really? So Tom Rabbit mentioned us?
Well, yeah, he's got your channel linked in the description of the video, I think.
Oh,
he said my name.
Oh, hell, I'm getting more subs. Wow. Excellent.
I know. I actually put in a comment somewhere that you're famous now.
Not only that, but when I went to my channel dashboard, they did this little fireworks display on my channel. What does that mean? Like,
I don't know.
Like Google occasionally does, like fireworks on when I went there, they did a little fireworks thing. Ranking by views or something, got fireworks for. So anyway, cool. It's coming along, boys. Coming along. And girls. I don't know where the girls are. I don't get enough girls here. Lena. And then we got,
Stephanie are here. I don't know who else you need.
Speaking of that, you guys will get a kick out of this. As you know, look at the names I use, right? I got the name that I go by in chat, right?
Right.
Of course, everybody thinks I'm a woman, right?
Yep.
And honestly, I do notice I get treated differently because people tend to be a little more gentle. Like what if I can be kind of a little trolly and a little bastard on side chats. I really I love to needle the Christians, and I've been doing that a little more so lately. I hate to admit it, but oh yeah, like you can truly see the difference. People tend to more likely to say hi to you, and you can almost see the gentleness the way I'm treated in chat, and it's because everybody thinks I'm a female.
I gotta step out for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of funny, especially what's the girl's name there? Cheryl, that goes on Praise's stream.
I can't remember the
Cheryl Renzi, is it, or
something like that?
Yeah. So I needle her quite a bit lately. I've been needling her quite a bit lately, like, because she's a little off. She threatens to call it. She's got FBI people. I guess there's been a lot of stuff that has been going on. Her and Jay Pasick, the relationship they have with Praise's channel and a lot of people on the channel. And there's been all kinds of battles back and forth. And she's like threatened to call the FBI and on Jay and all kinds of stuff.
That one.
Yeah.
We also got Amy Newman here. That's a female, so that makes 3. Erica stops it every now and again. But I think last I checked, like 25 minutes ago, she was on Sal's after show for the Dr. Dan Michael Behe discussion.
Don't forget about our agnostic pagan mom. She's here just about every day.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably like I'm saying is, because I use that name in the side chat, there aren't that many females, obviously, in this community. It's far more males. So I think that's one of the reasons why you kind of get treated with a little bit of tenderness, from people.
Yeah.
Because I think people would like to see more females in the group, I'm sure,
A little more RESPECT.
One thing I have noticed is there's actually a pretty large gap between the amount of females that we have here on the secular side and the amount that are on the theist side. Anybody else ever noticed that?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I can't really think of any females that are on the theist side that frequent streams. Maybe a couple, in the side chat, but in terms of like being a content creator or being actually in the streams frequently, I cannot think of any off the top of my head.
Well, they're Christian. Look at the way they're treated by. Look at the way Christians treat women. It's like they're lower class, or they. Look at the way Gavin is, and that's another thing why a lot of the comments that I make towards Cheryl defends Gavin, and we all know how Gavin is. Look at the way he treats women.
We forgot about Vesta.
Silent woman and shit like that in streams,
And Mom. We have 4 women out there.
We must not forget Vesta, because she is a foundational rock of a person. She and my brain. I just said hi to them. Agnostic pagan mom, and Lena's here all the time too. I mean, gosh, so many ladies to appreciate.
Yeah, I see Lena put the comment in there of the FBI with Cheryl. She's an undercover agent.
Both my twins are evil.
Lucifer's right. SJ Thomason's probably, at least off the top of my head, the only female apologist on YouTube that I can think of. I struggle to think of any others.
You're absolutely right, Leo.
But yes, she's the only one.
So Stinky Snake did a stream today going on about
Nicky Taint?
Yeah, he going on about Knock, and I asked him, I said, are you still something like, are you still fighting the ridiculous, insignificant fight or whatever?
Jesus Christ.
Cat ball. I had to cough up a fucking fur ball. Anyway.
So he's got a new video? Yeah.
Yeah, he made a comment to me about my answers in atheism. He just saw it now, and he said he had some snarky comment. I gotta find it. Let me find it.
He put out a video a few days ago about, I think somebody did anybody hear about I don't know if somebody actually called Child Protective Services on knock on all that, because he did you see Smokey's little short video on that?
No.
If you
The one
look
he
on
did today, you mean?
No, this was a few days ago. It should have been a few days ago. It was a short thing, and he talked about that he was.
Well, there is a video from 2 days ago that's 4 minutes 39 seconds long called "Don't Do This."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and he talks about.
He talks
so
about
somebody might have done something. I think somebody called because of the picture. Okay. You know how he, Smokey and Numbnuts there. Well, were doing all those commenting on Knox's picture of him kissing his daughter and all that garbage, right? And supposedly, I think Smokey was in that video, was alluding to somebody actually may have called Child Protective Services because of that. Yeah, and Smokey was saying, please don't do that. It has nothing to do with his daughter, or that whatever. He went on and on, and
at least he took the there, but
that was at least decent.
I didn't even know Smokey Saint was relevant anymore.
Anyway, the answer to me, he was like, he was like, what are you trying to be, like something to atheists or something? And then he said, he's no longer going to have any patience with us atheists. He's coming for us now. It's like, okay, what were you doing before? I don't know. It's like he's turned over a new leaf.
What's going to change?
Yeah, he's really going to get hard on us now. He's going to call us bigger names than Trash Clown. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's going to call us, but it's pretty funny. Hey, Peter.
If he truly comes back, don't you think he's going to have to resolve that whole issue of whether it's him or not?
You think so?
I think he's kind of let it go, and I think that a lot of other people have just kind of let it go, just because it seems pretty likely that what the person imaged was him, but there's just not really enough there to say whether anything of substance happened or whether these were just charges. But that's just a whole different story.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like a standard statutory thing. So.
Yeah. Pretty ironic, though, huh? Based on his behavior.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, unbelievable. You want to be sure to clean your own garage before you go after your neighbor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Don't throw stones when living in glass houses.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Christians
with Smokey, it was more like,
don't you think they really project like themselves on? I mean, look at Darth. Look at how he is. He calls everybody a child. You're immature. You're not acting like an adult. And look at the way he behaves. He acts like a little baby.
Yeah.
It's
you're being verbose, and like 2 times how can you explain how?
Yeah.
Even think he knows what the word means.
I know but a lot of these Christians that, well, at least I find that they all do it. They seem to project themselves onto others.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I lost my background picture. There, I got it back.
Your evil twins probably took it.
Yeah, evil twins took it.
Fucking many.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ari. Every day, my irony meter just goes off at the things our creationist friends will say. Now, I don't know if I've said anything particularly ironic, but yeah, like whenever Otangelo accuses us of looking at things with bias and all that.
You want to know what I've noticed about him? When I'm saying something in the stream, because he just straightforwardly doesn't interact with me in the side chat. But if I say something in a stream, he doesn't really respond to it anymore. He just says that, "Oh, I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about." It's kind of funny.
Yeah, you're ruining the stream. You ruined the stream, Leo.
Mm-hmm. You pushed his buttons. If you go back, probably about a month ago, you guys had it out big time on a stream. It was here, and ever since then, boy, he he can barely tolerate you now because you just because of that battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is some tRNA.
Did you see? Since we're still talking about Ontangelo, just obviously everybody knows. You see, he is now on Dot's channel or on his Discord all the time, constantly. Spends hours over there now. I don't know if you guys realize that he did it yesterday. Remember during the stream yesterday, he was over there. They were reviewing. They were actually reviewing. Ontangelo called in. I think it was
they were reviewing the
Shannon Q.
Yeah, with Shannon and Apologia.
Yeah. And Darth loved that video. He was saying that was a 10 out of 10. And
did you hear what Otangelo said about Darth last night on the stream? I think he came on. He said, I've been over there listening to his arguments, and they're really good. He was, talking about how great Darth's arguments are.
Right. I think that Ontangelo, he's to the point now where I think he thinks that his arguments are failing. They're not doing as well as he would like them to do.
Yeah.
And he's seeking out something better.
Something new.
Yeah. And so I think
I've heard him say that he's not a presuppositionalist. He doesn't really have an admiration for it, but then I can't remember where he was on a stream someplace, and I was listening. They were talking about Darth, and Otangelo had said something about that. He's actually listening to Darth and how he sets up his presuppositionalism, and how he's kind of like opening himself up to it. So it's, yeah.
And I'll tell you, if you listen to Ontangelo, if you go back, even 3-4 a month ago, whatever, he always talked down about Darth. He never approved of his arguments. He didn't like his, he didn't like them, and he didn't obviously didn't like Darth.
I'm back.
And now all of a sudden he's doing.
We missed you. Were you gone?
I think
back.
I think that
Leo, don't overtalk me. Don't overtalk me.
His arguments
Leo,
exhausted, and he just, like you said, David, he doesn't have anywhere to go, especially with us here on this channel and his community. He doesn't have anywhere to go. He's made all the arguments more than once. We provided objections, and he's exhausted them, and he needs a new avenue that he thinks will let him beat people.
I think that's what he's searching for. Exactly.
Well, Leo, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Darth Dawkins is a nomad because he pissed everybody off. Well, no, I guess it's by choice. The point is, nobody wants him around.
The only reason that people want Darth around is because he's kind of like, he's a ball of yarn to atheists what a ball of yarn is to a cat.
No. The only reason people want him around is because it'll get them views. There's a
little bit of clout in it too.
Because every conversation with Darth will be shared online. People will be looking for conversations with Darth. Jefferson Spatchcock earlier said, "You're immortalized, Speed and Leo, because you're now on Tom Rabbit's channel."
Well, you know what? During the summer, maybe I'll have a talk with Darth Dawkins so I can be immortalized.
But I have to jump in for one thing, because Speed didn't see my message in the chat. Leo,
what's up?
Calling S.J. Thomason an apologist is about the equivalent of calling Nephilim Free a scientist. Go wash your mouth.
Well, but she is an apologist.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
How is she not?
Okay, so if you were to plagiarize scientific stuff and publish it as being your own, would you be considered a scientist?
Well,
I don't think
so. That's not a factor I would use to play into whether or not somebody's a scientist. I would use it as, are they engaged in the colloquia of science? Now, they might still plagiarize things, and that makes them a very dishonest scientist, but they'd still be a scientist in that instance. SJ might not be a very skilled apologist, but she's still an apologist.
SJ is best friends with G-Man. Do I need to say more?
Well,
I mean,
G-Man
okay.
would also be considered an apologist. Again, a really, really shitty one, but
Okay.
still
I
an
need
apologist.
to add my own 2 cents in here because, well, yes, SJ. Let me get my words out right. Now, yes, now SJ, may not be the best apologist in the world, or and she plagiarized. You have to agree that that in her field she knows what she's talking about when it comes to business.
Well, of course, she's got a PhD in business administration.
No. In her field, she also doesn't know anything, and I know this, and I wish I could make that public, but I can't because I would dox someone.
I
So
mean,
I'm not
okay,
going to do that.
that's fair enough, Peter. But, and I'm speaking from my own experience, from what I've seen, I've had interesting discussions with her regarding, regarding business because I'm taking a class right now into the business, and it's interesting. Like, I get what you mean, but I'm gonna go with my own experience. Although I do believe you that you may have, proof that she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. I'm just saying what I've seen from my experience.
Okay, I'll give you that, but no, honestly, Leo, calling her an apologist is lowering the bar to a height where an ant doesn't have to jump it anymore.
I
to
thought
just
the bar
step
was already
across.
pretty low.
I mean, that's
Just
wow,
by being
Peter.
an apologist.
Yeah, just
I
being an
I have
apologist.
I have
agree with
more
that,
I have
Leo.
more respect for Otangelo than I have for SJ.
I mean, that's fair
would
enough,
agree with
but
that, actually. Well, I think Otangelo, I think that they're not necessarily the best arguments, but I still think that Otangelo actually makes arguments. SJ doesn't like SJ's moral. I mean, I like SJ as a person. I think she's nice, but especially her moral argument is absolute trash. Absolute trash.
You just wait until you both disagree on something she thinks is important, and then watch what happens.
Well, there's
Just
a slim
saying.
chance I'm gonna hit her up on Twitter, I think.
You are aware that she runs
we
a
were
DM.
supposed to debate on the resurrection of Jesus around the Easter time, and I'm actually interested in doing that.
Leo, you are aware that she runs a DM group to actively get atheists off of Twitter, right? I'm just giving you a heads up.
if she is into that, she has to. Wait, hold on. Are we talking about any atheist?
I was part of that DM group before.
No. Okay.
All of my accounts got thrown off Twitter because of the DM group.
Okay, so Peter, let me ask you this: is she going after only big atheists or all atheists? Because
no, only those who disagree with her and expose her in dishonesty and in. So at some point, she got information about what back then was a friend of mine, who at some point considered committing suicide. She got that information. She got that information and wanted to make it public with the name, because she wanted to make a point how atheists are more likely to commit suicide. And she was one of two that she wanted to dox in this way.
Well, again, speaking from my own experience, I did disagree with her on many times regarding religion. I never exposed her for plagiarizing or whatever, so you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you're lying, I'm just saying it's not really what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people haven't seen that side of her.
I mean, I do have to agree with Drag that every time I see her on stream, her smile does look kind of creepy. It's like that's being honest.
She had She had Smokey on in spite of being warned about him, and and that took her down a few notches. So
I mean, was that before or after the allegations or whatever the fuck came out?
Before the allegations, but after he had really screwed up everybody else.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
dude, Smokey has he's put like I don't even know where good old Witless is anymore. I don't even think he's on YouTube anymore.
He did one video about a week or two ago.
Okay, I know he doesn't associate. Maddox doesn't associate with him anymore. Otangelo doesn't. Nephilim Free doesn't. Ryan the Presbyterian, who used to be really good friends with him, doesn't. Sky Out doesn't. Like everybody that used to frequent his channel, they don't associate with him anymore.
Ooh, Nick,
Which I mean, good on them for that, if for nothing else.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Did you say Nicholas?
Nicholas,
yeah, Nicholas Whitmire.
Nicholas, yeah, that's.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
I
only
call him
friend,
Nicholas
the only friend he has left, and well, if you can call him a friend, is is Will. Like Will can go shit stain if you want to, you know what I mean. If
Will
you don't want to use his name,
Or I
Will-
call him Will Concade because he's a little cunt. Will Concade.
You mean
Or-
Will the raccoon?
or if you
No,
want
no,
to,
no, no.
Little Will.
That's
the
Baptist.
other Will.
That's Baptist
The
bad
other
Will.
Will.
We're talking about Will
Or-
Concade.
okay, or if you prefer, and I'm not calling him this, but if you prefer, you can call him Will Cumstain.
He's the
If
one
you
you
want.
like. You actually
There's
like
another
his
one I
sense of
think of.
humor. Speed.
I find that very
Right?
apt.
Speed. The guy, Will, that you like his sense of humor. You know, the Will we're talking about, right?
I think before he started associating with Smokey, Will was just kind of like this troll, and some of his stuff was funny. But ever since he got joined at the hip with Smokey, he's turned into just a degenerate fucking little cunt.
I mean, some would argue that he was always a degenerate little cunt, and
Some would.
Well,
I-
I don't know, man. It's just
No, I'm agreeing with you. Like, yeah, some would. I think it was a little bit before the whole when he started being best buddies with Smokey Saint was when he well, I suppose this would have been right when that started. I think like November or something of last year, where him and Smokey did a stream. I think there were some other people that were a part of that, and they were just like attacking attacking Rage and his daughter and everything like that, and that was what did it for me. That was several lines too far.
I mean, yeah, like you know what? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about off air with that. But yeah, it was just moving on. But yeah,
I put a link in the private chat here. This is so it's not a public part of my former website, but I do still have that in case people want to check up. So
interesting. I will definitely be looking over this later. Thank you, Peter.
yeah, it has a full DM conversation and a show she did back then. YouTube didn't save the side chat, so I saved that separately.
That's fine.
And then I've got the video that triggered all of this, so you can hop over and
There's
you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it out loud, but can you type in the chat who she's having this discussion with in the DMs?
that is Marty. Oh damn, Marty is still on Twitter.
I vaguely know who you're talking about. I would need the last name to really know, but yeah.
Is that the one that goes on Marty that goes on Rage's channel?
Yeah, her last name.
No. It's not Marty Cameo.
Oh,
No. This Marty used to be active on Twitter. Back then, he was a partner of Faye, Wonder Lady. And I'm not entirely sure what he does now. He's had some rough times in his private life. So
Man.
his name is Marty Oakley.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Man,
I remember. And I think he's on Twitter under that name as well.
Thinking on it, there has been a lot of, and I hate using this word, but whatever, drama, surrounding a lot of people in this community. Like when I think about everything I've seen and heard, and a lot of the shit I haven't, it's like holy shit. There's so much lore to explore here.
Yeah, I think I lost a dozen or more accounts due to SJ because I seem to have pissed her off. And,
I guess I'm in the clear because I never pissed her off. So,
I can give you another link that would help. I
mean, that's fine. You could send whatever you want. I'll look at it. I'm not trying to defend her. Like, you know what I mean? I don't particularly like her views when it comes to religion, and you say she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about in her field, and that's great. I'm still gonna try to learn what I can from her. Then, if she gives me false information, then okay, well then I'm the dumbass that followed it.
No, I wouldn't call you a dumbass because she's pretty clever in how she does things. So I'm not faulting anyone who falls for that.
All right, fair enough. If you want to put an extra link in the side.
By the way, Peter,
okay,
did you see my brief interaction with Darth last night?
So the second link, I'll post that here in the side chat, and I'll post it in the live chat as well.
I mean,
that's a bit more fun, and if you get any backlash, feel free to credit me for all of this.
Okay, now, here's the question: you made this site yourself. Obviously, gotta go for it. Do you do your own HTML, CSS, and JavaScript?
I used to do HTML sites, and I completely lost interest. So that's why I still don't have a site. I've got 2 domain names. Going to go for it .nl and going to go for it .com, and still have to. I
mean,
make a website.
I mean, do you want someone to like I don't know a lot of it, but after the semester is done, I'm going to spend a lot of time learning more about it. If you need someone to work on your site.
Oh, that would be really appreciated. That I'd love that.
Yeah, we can talk rates later, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm still
which also brings me to another thing that I wanted to mention. I don't know if any of you watched the Atheist Roundtable's debate tournament last weekend.
The UDC. I tuned in. I tuned in and out.
I know. Skyler was supposed to go on there, and he was prepping for like 2 hours. I didn't watch it. Like,
well, so Tart is planning another series as well, where they're going to promote the smaller channels. I put up obviously Speed, Jefferson Spatchcock, and Jay Patrick to at least give them some attention, because
they're doing another shout out for small channels.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, Speed needs to get on there.
Yeah, what is that going to be, Peter?
I'm going to talk to him about it, and then he'll contact you, and I'll provide them with the information where they need to go and look and find you, and then Oz will probably contact you.
Okay.
I'm curious that I'm still accepted, by the way, in the community, because I let T-Jump lose, and I thought there would be a lot more backlash, but
what do you mean you let T-Jump lose?
I was the judge on the debate where he lost.
Oh,
what was the subject?
What was the subject was mandatory voting, yes or no, and he had the position no, which was my own position, and I thought the other guy was better, to the point where he actually convinced me.
Do you know who the person he was debating against was?
Just Jeff.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I mean, it just sounds like the other guy was more convincing. It wasn't really.
Well, so
it's a big part of the debate.
I tried to explain this to a lot of people, because I got a scorecard from Tart with the criteria that I needed to judge them on. And so one of the things was presentation. And I think T-Jump's presentation is just shit, because he doesn't.
Well, no argument No argument here.
He doesn't look in the camera. He never gets animated. He's always monotonous. So I think he needs to work on that. But
Yeah.
what clinched it for me was that the other guy just had better arguments and in his presentation was a lot more convincing.
Well, again,
So-
no one can fault you for that. Like, I don't know, if you made him intentionally lose, then yeah.
No. Because I thought this is going to be a clear win. He's going to wipe the floor with the guy because I hadn't seen the other guy before then.
Jeff.
Yeah. But
Well, Jeff won. Jeff won the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Jeff's
No.
a pretty versed
no,
guy.
Jeff didn't win. Jeff went into the finals, and
That's right. That's right.
Godless Engineer won.
Well, yeah.
That's right.
What was
I
the
did
final
watch that.
subject that Godless Engineer won on that gave him the championship?
Bigfoot.
Does Bigfoot exist?
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That's an easy one.
Jeff actually did. I thought Jeff actually won, to be honest with you. I thought he did a really good job. And my question to you, Peter, does he actually believe in Bigfoot? Do you have
No. Neither of the guys who went into the finals believed in Bigfoot. So
Okay. I didn't think so. But it was
Jeff had a slightly more difficult job because he needed to convince people of something that he actually didn't even believe in.
right.
Yeah.
But he did really good.
He did believe in it.
No, I said he did a great job.
Yeah. So,
debate.
I wasn't on the Tart channel. I was on Oz's channel because they did two debates at the same time.
Oh, did you miss it? Did you see it?
And one of the judges dropped off, so it was up to me and another guy to pick up all of the debates on that particular channel.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's why I didn't enter into that, because I knew I'd end up being given a topic that I don't agree with, and I'm not going to be able to defend it. I cannot defend topics I don't agree with very well.
Okay, but here's the thing: it is a debate tournament, so it's not about the topic; it's about how good can you debate.
Well, yeah,
And
that's what
if
I'm
you're-
saying. I don't do well if I don't agree with the topic that
Yeah.
I'm trying to defend.
And it was really close. They had some good people, and honestly, I think Godless Engineer did a great job too.
Yeah, but we all know G-Man won. Let's get honest here. I mean,
Yeah. Well, okay. I have a few questions. Like, how many times, is it once a week that this happens?
No.
No. This was a one-time event. They made a championship belt and everything, and the winner got $666.
So
there won't be another one. You're saying?
I think next
he said he
next
might
year.
do another one. Yeah, another ultimate debate championship at some point.
Fascinating. So I have a goal to work towards.
Well, I had a lot of fun. It was tiring because I was there for I think over 6 hours.
Can you link the channel
Oh, no.
also? Can you link the channel?
Yeah, it's just,
Or the video, whatever.
It's on Tart.
Tart, yeah.
Who?
the
I don't know who that is.
Roundtable. It's just the
Yeah.
atheist
The eighth.
roundtable.
Okay, let me
The
see.
Atheist Roundtable, and so the other debates were on Oz's channel. Oz has a private channel as well, and he turned that into a UDC channel just for the occasion, so they could do
Tarts.
for the final, Dr. Josh moderated it. He's wearing a referee shirt.
Yes.
Wait, okay. Was it? Okay.
And David C. Smalley was the judge for that one, which was also kind of cool.
Okay, Tart. Let's get it on.
It's in Tart's channel.
Yeah.
It's in.
No,
public
yeah.
midnight.
Well, okay. Thanks. Even though I just found it, thank you.
He did a phenomenal job on that, considering the size of that and all the people involved. That went
Yeah.
really
Okay.
smooth.
there seems to be
and considering that Oz did I think about 98% of the work,
Right.
and so there's room for improvement, and he told us that up front. But
yeah,
there
seems to be like 4 videos.
Show though.
Like 3. Okay, there's one that's 5 hours and 43 minutes. Another one that's 2 hours and 7 minutes, and another one that's 49 minutes. So was it split into 3 parts?
Yeah, the first one he accidentally shut off the stream, and so people were making fun of him about that.
So Tart UDC tournament preview. Tart, let's see. Let me.
The one that's like the meat of the tournament is going to be the Tart UDC. Let's get it on. That's the meat of the tournament.
Yep.
And then the one with GE and Just Jeff. That's the essentially the finale debate.
Yeah. The end one, I'm sure, is the finale. Yeah. That really went pretty well, though, considering the size.
I'll put in the link to the other channel where.
Nice.
Where I got to judge and referee. It was a lot of fun. So GE did win his initial debate because his opponent didn't show. I don't know because his opponent didn't show up. So he won that by default, and then I asked him to let Bro Cephas read his introduction.
I love his Bro Cephas. It's so funny.
Which was a lot of fun. So, but that one he just won by default.
Nice.
And Amy was a judge on the Tart channel.
Mm-hmm.
A judge and a moderator, if I'm correct. So, I was a little bit disappointed that I wasn't on the same channel as Amy, but I need to go watch where she judged. I haven't had the time yet, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Peter,
sorry?
I put your links in the public chat. Your SJ links.
Oh, okay.
Okay, was I supposed to?
So the first one, I'm not throwing that around in public a lot. I don't mind. No, hold on. I don't mind if people see it, so you can just leave it up. It's already there, so just leave it up. I have a strong dislike for the woman, so let's keep it.
I mean,
for who?
For SJ.
Oh.
The second link is a lot more fun. The second link has that's videos that I've made that people can share on Twitter.
By the way, you still didn't put the link for the for the secret channel or the other channel you were saying. Unless you did, then I missed. Unless you put it in the. Okay, well, now did Amy do that?
Yeah, Amy put something up. What was
yeah,
it?
no. She put the Let's Get It On one. Peter was gonna put like another link to the other channel or something.
Yeah, that's just above Speed's links.
All right, let me see. Here we go.
I have so much work to do.
You never answered my question earlier, Peter. You just kind of like ignored it. Maybe you didn't hear it. Did you see the interaction?
Don't talk over me.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
No, ask your question again. Maybe I missed it.
Well, no.
You saw my interaction with Darth from last night when he decided to attempt to crash Speed stream. Didn't work, but he attempted to.
I mean, okay. How did he even I'm surprised. I'm surprised he actually came on. Usually,
well, it's because we were looking at video. We started looking at some parody comedy videos of
Nephilim free songs.
The one guy with the big headphones, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that one's amazing.
But so the 20. What is it? The 25 best hits of Christmas hits of
Yeah,
Jingle
Darth's greatest
jingle
Christmas hits
rock.
or something like that.
and then he was in the side chat. So I want to know how they figured this out. He either has that many
it was on
nights to
Tangelo.
monitor.
That was Otangelo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I was also watching the Supreme Leader at that time because Otangelo was there and he was telling them about you guys watching Darth stuff, and that's why when it's just they're just like little children. Okay, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. Okay, watch me. I'm gonna go in.
I'm gonna do it.
This is an adult. This is an adult.
Yeah.
This is a guy who's nearly 60 years old, and he's acting like a 14-year-old. I'm gonna go in. Watch me. I'm going to teach these atheists.
Does anybody?
Is another name for Darth Dawkins the Supreme Leader, or is that a different person?
No, the Supreme Leader is a
That's
YouTube
what it
channel that streams his what is it? Atheist Helpline.
Right.
Yeah. The Dawkins.
Leo, did you
Where he just randomly mutes atheists until he kicks them because he doesn't let them speak.
Well, wait.
Leo.
Okay. The atheist helpline was with the Discord server that, if I remember correctly, was run by Darth himself. So the Supreme Leader is still his channel.
I don't know who's streaming it, but it's called the Supreme Leader. Darth does have his own channel, and apparently he doesn't stream there. But the Supreme Leader just streams whatever is going on in the Discord.
What's the name of Darth's YouTube channel?
I don't know. Darth Dawkins eats shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Duncan Atheism. I think it's Duncan Atheism.
What is it?
But there's nothing on it.
Okay.
There's nothing on it.
He's got several. He still has the name Evolution False. He has Darth Dawkins. He has I think he has Duncan Atheism. So he has at least several channels.
Did you watch all the response on Supreme Leader? Because Darth is on there talking, like Peter was saying previously, before he jumped on the screen with you guys and had your debate. He's talking about, going on, and then directly after, once he leaves, he goes back and he just, trashes you and says all kinds of things. Did you see any of that, or
no?
Don't
really. It just doesn't bother me.
On there.
But I just don't really care. I mean, that's what he does. After every interaction, anywhere he has one, he goes back to his own little corner with all his acolytes and bitches and complains, and moans and groans about the interaction,
and claims that he won.
Right, exactly.
And he will claim that he won.
It's just entertainment. That's all. I figured you might get a kick out of it. That's all.
Yeah, he's got the Duncan Atheism channel. I just found it. Doesn't have any content on it. I don't know which one he's on most frequently on YouTube. I think it's
really
Duncan Atheism.
Really. I mean, he bounces around here and there on YouTube, but 90% of his stuff is on Discord. He bounces.
Yeah.
I put the link to the stream in the public chat. If you want to go watch how terribly you lost to Darth Dawkins. That's the one.
You said you put it in a YouTube channel? Oh, yep, there it is.
Yep.
So many links. I don't know where to start.
I don't either. I've been trying to put them in the description. Oh,
yeah, there's definitely way too many today.
So the live stream on Michael Behe's after show is still going on. So I believe.
I haven't seen the Behe Dr. Dan. Is that any good? I wanted to watch that. But
I was too late for that as well. I saw a small part of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Christians will say Behe won again. When he lost pretty much everywhere, including in court.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, what's happening? What's happening?
Wait, is it?
I never know. Something's happening in my chat saver. My chat saver broken. What's up? So we're coming up on 4 o'clock, guys, and you know how I feel about that. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
I know. You can, you can, Speed. You can quit anytime.
I know.
Everyone was conveniently ignoring that last comment of you, Speed,
Ah, I see.
because it's too much fun being here.
Yep.
Yep. So my son
Man.
is somewhere on the middle of a highway with his car broke down. So
That sucks.
Oh, great.
yeah, I think I may have to go retrieve him.
This is their birthday?
Yeah, he was going out to
Oh.
see his brother. He's going to spend the afternoon with his brother, his twin. So
Goodness gracious.
he says, "Nice birthday present." I think he hit a rod with his tire with his Audi. Yep.
So you
Anyway.
hit a rod or threw a rod?
Hit a rod, and it looks like it punctured his tire or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
you got a spare? I guess not, or he wouldn't be
Hey,
calling.
Peter, would you mind sticking around?
He doesn't understand cars well enough to figure out what happened to him.
I can stick around for a few minutes, but I just got a DM on Twitter that I need to go help someone out. So
Okay, we're gonna end.
Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Okay,
well,
we're
as
gonna
I said,
we're gonna end
if
and
it-
go backstage. Is that what you want? Midnight.
Well, you need to end anyway. I was just asking if Peter could stick around for a bit.
I can stick around for a few minutes.
Okay, we're ending the broadcast, boys and girls. Abruptly again. I have such a touch. Anyway, goodbye, cruel world. We're leaving.
Stay
Bye,
curious.
y'all.
Bye bye.